Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Salam alaikum. Hope you guys are doing great this morning, this day. It's Friday here in Philly. Possibly Friday in any other state, depending if what time is it. Wanted to speak a little bit about the book that I was reading about Kindezi. And I know that there are not too many people interested in hearing someone read out of a book, and even when they make mistakes, in reading. The book, the majority of books, the fonts are very small, so I'm not. My eyes are not too good with the small letters, so I had to get me some Rite Aid reading glasses, to try to see the letters bigger. Anyway, that's besides the point. The reason why I put two little short videos out on the readings of some of the Kindezi, the Bantu way of babysitting, is because it amazes me how they establish that structure. Usually if we think about it here in the West, and that we have a lot of grandparents, right, here in the West. They don't really want to babysit nobody. Then you have those grandparents, they want to babysit the kid all the time. It's almost like if the baby is theirs. They always grandfather. They want to bring them, leave them here. They almost kind of like, embrace them as their child. And that's a reason for that. There's a reason why they feel that way. And some of them understand why, some of them don't. They just do it naturally, without really knowing why they love this child so much. Other than it's part of their family, their bloodline, from their children or from their son or daughter. I just wanted to put out a couple of little, videos on a little and reading a little bit for you guys to see how these people treated not only the elderly but the children. How did it commence? This way of practicing, and the things that they gained, both parties gained. The child or the children gained, and the elderly gained. Listen, man, I go to a lot of houses here taking medication. It's like I said, I work for a pharmacy now. And what I do is deliveries. And there's so many houses that I go to that I see the elderly by themselves. Sometimes they even leave their door open, not wide open, but without the locks, for they could yell out to you, come in, leave this here, leave that there. Why? Because either they're lying on a bed or they sitting down and, just can't get up immediately. And sometimes, it puts a little sentiment in me as a muntu, as a human being, and I see them and I'm like, wow, when I get older, I hope I'm not like that. Not that I can't move or whatever, but I hope that I have at least one of my daughters, or if not all of them, or my sons, taking turns to take care of me or something, because it would be a shame, to be by yourself, having to do everything by yourself when you barely could take care of you. And as humans, we like to be self-sufficient. We like to do our things on our own. We don't want nobody to do things for us, really. And a lot of elderly get upset when you try to do things for them, because it makes them look like they can't, it makes them feel like they can't do it. They can't take care of themselves, and they don't like feeling that way. That's why in the nursing industry, they tell the nurses, let them do as much as they can do on their own, because you get some that get upset, if they don't like that. They want to be able to show that they could still function and move around. You know, it gives them a sense of pride and joy that they can still do their things. But anyway, here in the West, we know that the majority of the people, when they get old, what do the family do and the children do? They look for a home for that elderly person to put in, because they don't have the time, or don't want to make time, or don't want to distribute between the brothers and sisters the responsibility to take care of their elder, their mother, their father. So they put them in a home. And the majority of people that are put in a home, they die without no family member around them. You know, they make friends inside there of their age. They have certain activities they do, but it will never be the same as if you had your family there with you. You know, if you had your sister, your son, your daughter, you know, somebody that's from your line, from your blood, you know, that will take care of you and help you and be there in that time. That's why they said that when the majority of the Bantu elderly did die, they died around their family. Not that their family was 24/7 in the room, but if not, they were in the home of the family. You understand? They weren't just thrown out there like a piece of trash, you know? And then on the flip side, you hear how they took care of the children, and they taught the children, you know, the skills, that knowledge that the elderly have because of the life and you know, how long they have lived, you know. So they will implement that in the child's mind and feed that to them from a young age, you know. And it's very influential, you understand? Plus, you see how it helped the elderly be less prone to mental, you know, deficiencies, because they were active, and the body and the mind, man, the mind is no joke. The mind is powerful. You know, if you are depressed mentally, and you keep depressed, and you stay depressed, and you stay depressed, that gets to the point where it starts leading to even physical problems, because you're down. You're not, you know, you're not mentally energized. You're losing your power. Your power, you know, the brain, the body, it's a lot of electricity that runs through our cocote and our nervous systems and all that. You know, and once you start depleting that power, you start getting sick. That's the reason why they speak about self-healing also. How to self-heal yourself instead of going to a therapist, because it has to do a lot with you losing that energy, that power, that electricity that you have in your system. But anyway, you know, it's interesting to me to learn that and to see that. Even though I always told my kids, you know, when I get old, you know, y'all gotta take care of me like I took care of you. You know, I changed Pampers. I did it all. You know, y'all rode with me. I took you with me everywhere. I didn't leave you with no babysitters or none of that. I used to work as a mechanic, right? You know, out here, not just in the shop, because I did work in the shop at one time, but I used to do odds and ends work, you know, and a lot of time people will call me to do mechanical work. And it could be wintertime. And my ex-wife was going to school to become a nursing assistant. And, you know, I would have to drop her off at school. And then I got the kids, you know, and I got 3 of them with me, 2 boys and 1 girl. And here that same day, I got a job that I got to do. And it's wintertime, you know, or whatever, summer, winter, whatever. But I will have them with me. You know, I bring games. I bring these little, you know, not the tab. They weren't tablets. There was these little DVRs that had a screen, DVD players, and I would bring movies, the cartoon for they could watch, you know, but I had them with me. You know, I didn't leave them nowhere. You understand? I didn't let anybody take care of them because it's my responsibility. You understand? Mom and dad's responsibility. it's just like I said. I tell them, don't take it to no nursing. Y'all better take care of me till I'm dead. Don't. I want to be around my family. I don't want to be around people I don't know, and all depressed and all that. Nah, that's not the right way to go. And unfortunately, that's the Western style here. People get old. You feel like, you say, oh, they nag too much, they bother, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and here you go, sign them up to one of these places for the elderly. And I really think that's incorrect. That's not the right way. You gotta remember where you came from, who took care of you, who fed you, who nourished you, who changed you, who took you to school every single day, brought you back. I mean, it's a lot. Parents have to go through a lot of, the responsibility is big till they hit to, a certain age where they got to do what they got to do. But until then, it's the parents with responsibility, and the parent still doesn't stop worrying about their child. That's the whole thing. If you're a good parent, I'm telling you, you're not going to stop worrying about your child. No matter what age they are. They're always going to be to you, their child. That's all. Your little boy, your little girl. It's always going to be like that. But, guys, that's the only reason why, when I read a little something, even though you might not be able to understand my accent, my Boricua accent from the Borinquen, Puerto Rico, I try my best just to give you a little something to interest you guys to look a little further, to do a little research, look at the African traditions, and if you're in Palo, in Malongo, if you're in Ocha and the Lukumi, you should be looking for these things. You understand? Because it's not just learning about the religion and how to do cleanings and how to cure and how to heal. And you want to go to the root where it came from and at least have some type of understanding for you could see. And also you learn the differences of the medicine. How did they apply it differently than how we apply it these days here? If it's something that is not going to take nothing away from you, you're actually going to gain by learning more than what you already know from learning from your godparents or learning from the Afro-Cuban way of practicing. You're going to learn more and you're going to gain more. That's what it is. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I don't mean to bore anybody with my reading. I actually do it for you guys because I could read the book on my own. I don't need to put it out. You understand? But I'm a person that, like I said, I started doing these videos to help out the community, especially the English-speaking community. Spanish, I'm not worried about it. There's, if not hundreds, thousands of Spanish-speaking tatas and yayas out there, espiritistas, santeros, santeras in Spanish. There's a whole bunch, that you guys could go up there and turn on the YouTube and follow them and all that and learn from them, and actually see how they do. But I took it upon myself because we don't have a lot of English-speaking paleros, online. We got for what I have seen, we have Tata Matamba, that he puts out a video once in a while, and I understand why, because his videos are very well made and elaborated, and he brings very good information. Very good. Excellent. And then we got the spiritual alchemist. He also puts out videos. He doesn't put them out like often, but I noticed that he started to put some more. I've been watching the spiritual alchemist before he changed his name to the spiritual alchemist years back, when he used to do when he did the interviews with Tata Butaco before Butaco passed away, and a couple of other interviews he did. I watched them. He's an elder also. Both of them are elder. Tata Mutamba And the spiritual alchemists are elders in Palo also, you know. So I would advise you to watch their videos when they put them out. Also, I know we got Chango Gumi, that he has videos out there too. I don't know if he has put any new ones out, but Chango Gumi is out there, and he has some videos also. You know, it's not about not following what your tata says and your yaya, because absolutely you have to follow what your tata and your yaya says, because they don't want you to get mixed up and confused, because some people practice differently and do different things, and they don't want you to get confused watching a video of a person practicing something one way and then your tata, your yaya showing you another way, and you getting confused and what's going on. No, you have to learn how to look, hear, and just hold it. You know, just hold it. Or at least once you get more knowledge, you could kind of sift out the wheat from the chaff. In other words, you could kind of discern what is right in your lineage, because what's right in your lineage might be not right in somebody else's. You understand? And we got to respect that. But at least you could discern, have some discernment, say, okay, this is this I could use, this I don't practice this, you know, but at least have the respect to the elders, because they still elders. You understand? And everybody practice differently. Not everybody practice the same. Okay? Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, que Samuel Akutare. I hope I didn't bore you with too much blabbering. Have a great day, guys, and a great Friday. Over here in Philly, it's raining, and I think today's going to be a soup day. Have a good day.